Many of our favorite celebrities didn't always have the luxury and glamorous lives we've come to associate them with. Take for example the pop star icon, Britney Spears. Her life might seem like a dream come true for many people, but did you know that Britney Spears grew up with an abusive alcoholic father? And that at some point she had no say in her own life at all, but that someone else actually decided it. And if you think that's all the superstar had to face in her life, then you need to think again. Number 1. She didn't always have it easy. Britney Jean Spears, often referred to as the Princess of Pop, is credited with revitalizing teen pop back in the late 90s and early 2000s. But growing up in Macomb, Mississippi, in a humble, albeit often lacking household, the future singer showed real talent and was part of the children's choir. And with the possibility of seeing their child make it big, her parents used whatever money they had to get her singing lessons and dance lessons. When she was only 8 years old, Britney Spears and her mother drove more than 6 hours to have her audition for the 1990s revival of the Mickey Mouse Club. Unfortunately, her dreams seem to have been cut short as casting director Matt Casella rejected her for being too young. But a glimmer of hope shined through as she introduced her to Nancy Carson, a New York City talent agent. Carson was very impressed with Spears' natural talent for singing and suggested enrolling her at a professional performing arts school. With that little glimmer of hope, Britney Spears' mother Lynn and her daughters moved to a subtle apartment in New York City and signed her up for any gig that she could find. Number 2. She was on the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse with other future big celebrities. She appeared on several commercials and was even an understudy for the lead of Tina Denmark in an off-Broadway musical, Ruthless. She also appeared as a contestant on the popular TV show Star Search, until fate finally smiled on the Spears family and she got a role in the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse alongside Christina Aguilera, Justin Timberlake, Ryan Gosling, and Kerry Russell. She had nothing but good memories of this time in her life. But unfortunately, like all good things, the show was eventually cancelled. But fate was not done yet with Britney Spears. Number 3. Her rise into stardom. After the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse was cancelled, Britney had to return to Mississippi to get back to normal. But the singer already had a taste of the glitz and lights of stardom and soon got bored of her everyday normal life. She compared going to school to the opening scene in Clueless, saying, "I was so bored. I was the point guard on the basketball team, I had my boyfriend, and I went to homecoming and Christmas formal, but I wanted more." Well, that boredom didn't last very long, as after several talks with managers and labels, her debut studio album became a hit, skyrocketing her into international stardom. And probably one of her most famous singles from that album, Baby One More Time, received many accolades and even a Grammy nomination. All this fame and status at only 17. Number 4. Her earlier relationships. Hits after hits, the young singer seemed unstoppable, but yet there was something missing. Love. That's why fans weren't too surprised when Britney finally admitted to dating former co-star and NSYNC member Justin Timberlake. Fashion fails aside, Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake were the it couple, but all that came crashing down when the two split up after 3 years together. And to add salt to injury, Justin Timberlake in 2002 released the song Cry Me a River as the second single from his solo debut album. The music video to his hit song featured a Spears lookalike and sparking rumors that she had been unfaithful to him during their relationship. Spears denies this and gives her own version of the story with the ballad Every Time. But this doesn't mark the end with Britney Spears' tumultuous history with love. 2 years later, the singer married childhood friend Jason Allen Alexander at a Little White Wedding Chapel in Las Vegas, Nevada, in what is one of the most short-lived celebrity marriages of all time. The marriage was annulled 55 hours later, following a petition to the court that stated that Spears lacked understanding of her actions. That same year, she was engaged to dancer Kevin Federline, who she had met 3 months earlier. The romance was the subject of intense media attention. Aside rumors that the singer had only dated him to get ex-boyfriend Justin Timberlake, who Kevin had been a backup dancer for, jealous, but Kevin had recently broken up with actress Shar Jackson, who was still pregnant with their second child at the time. Regardless, the two got married and Britney took a break to start a family. Number 5. Downward spiral. Anyone who sees you hit a car with an umbrella will immediately think you've lost your mind, even if you are a world-famous superstar. And for Britney, this was exactly the case. Pop star and international sensation Britney Spears took the world by storm when she first broke into the scene, and the world raised her up and gave her the status of a god, only to drag her back down at any chance they got. The singer has never been a stranger to public scrutinizing her every move and making negative comments about her, but it seems that everything went downhill for the singer within the years 2006 to 2007. The first major incident was in 2006 when photos of the singer driving with her toddler Sean on her lap. Public uproar caused the star to apologize and claim that the situation happened due to a stint with the paparazzi that same day.
They're coming up on the sides of the...
The singer had also been photographed going to parties with fellow celebrities Lindsay Lohan and Paris Hilton. In 2007, Spears lost her aunt, with whom she had a close relationship, to ovarian cancer and shortly thereafter admitted to a rehab clinic for less than a day. The following night, she shaved off her hair at a hair salon in Tarzana, Los Angeles. With all these happenings in her life, it wasn't all roses at the singer's home either, and she and Kevin divorced and agreed to share custody of their two sons, Sean and Jaden. After being in and out of rehab, the singer struggled to keep it all together and perform at various events. But everything collapsed when she lost custody of her sons to her ex-husband, eventually getting visitation rights. With all this going on in the singer's life, as they say in Hollywood, the show must go on, as she didn't stop dropping hit songs that topped the Billboard chart. Number 6. Conservatorship. In January 2008, Spears allegedly locked herself in the bathroom and refused to relinquish custody of their sons to Federland's representatives after her visitation days had passed. And after police intervention, they noted that she appeared to be under the influence of an unidentified substance. The following day, Spears' visitation rights were suspended at an emergency court hearing, and Federland was given sole physical and legal custody of their sons. She was committed to a psychiatric ward of the Ronald Reagan UCLA Medical Center, and the court didn't see her fit to oversee her finances or career and placed her under a conservatorship led by her father Jamie Spears and attorney Andrew Wallet, giving them complete control of her assets. 5 days later, she was released from the hospital. After her father Jamie went into receivership, it seemed that things would get better for the singer. She went to shows and events, and together they were able to uncover a conspiracy and get a restraining order against her former manager Sam Lutfi, ex-boyfriend Adnan Galib, and attorney John Erdely, all of whom had been accused of trying to gain control of the singer's assets, although Sam Lutfi denied it and claims he was only worried about her well-being. In 2019, the singer had to enter a psychiatric facility due to the stress that affected her after her father suffered a near-fatal colon rupture. That same year, there were public outcry when rumors came up about Britney's conservatorship should have ended years ago and the singer was being held against her will by her father. The allegations gave rise to the movement #FreeBritney to terminate this conservatorship. A documentary about Spears' career and conservatorship premiered on FX in February 2021. Spears later revealed that she had seen parts of the documentary, stating that she felt humiliated by the perception of her that was being presented and that she cried 2 weeks following the initial broadcast. The New York Times obtained confidential court documents stating that Spears had pushed for years to enter conservatorship. Spears was finally allowed to speak about it for the first time in 13 years. She described the conservatorship as abusive and said that she had lied by telling the whole world that I'm okay and I'm happy, and that she was actually traumatized and angry. The court statement received widespread media coverage and her support grew even more. Finally, Judge Penny terminated the conservatorship after 3 years of battling it out in court. Number 7. Recent years and conclusion. Britney Spears finally got married to longtime boyfriend Sam Asghari in a private ceremony where none of her immediate family was invited, and the two lived together in a home in Calabasas. It's been a wild ride for the singer all these years. Let us know what you think of the singer's journey in the comments section below, and don't forget to like and subscribe to get your daily dose of celebrity facts explained.